going to go ahead and begin today's class. So as you feel ready and led, go ahead and make your way into a seated position at the front of your mat. Maybe crisscross applesauce, or maybe seated on your shins. There's no right way. Take your hands to rest, either grounded down on your upper thighs, or in a position of groundedness, or flipped up towards the sky in a position of receptivity. Take a big, deep breath in as you arrive on your mat. Notice how that breath lands in the body. Maybe it's the first deep breath you've taken all day. What does that do for you? As you attempt that diaphragmatic style of breath, what changes you notice in the body as you take it from shallow to deep? How does the body respond? Pulling that air down the midline of your body every single time and into your low belly, filling it like a balloon. I want you to hold that breath at the top, taking an extra sip in at the very tip top of the breath. Maybe it feels a little uncomfortable, but hold it for a beat. And then exhale all the way out through the nose or mouth. Let your shoulders rest. Melt down the back, and then take another deep inhale in. Relax the muscles of the face on an exhale. The space between your eyebrows, your jaw releases. And then move down the body. Release the chest. Let the low belly hang loose. No need to suck in here. Let your hips release. The back of the legs. Feel the body respond to presence. What happens when you give it your attention, the gift of your availability? And so often we are overcome with noise, with chatter, with the mind, with the to-do list, with others. These 30 minutes exist for you. For you to give yourself the gift of your own attention. No one or nothing else. With your next inhale, I invite you to take your hands out to either sides, palm facing up towards the sky, and lift them up overhead, bringing the palms together. Exhale them down to your heart center as you bow your chin to your chest. It's here that I invite you to set an intention for your practice. What do you hope to receive from the gift of your attention over the next 30 minutes? Dedicate your practice to something that you want for yourself. Today we're going to focus on the relationship between stretch and strength. And so if you do not have an intention specifically set, I invite you to explore that relationship throughout our practice. If you do have an intention, how might you connect it into that idea? As you inhale, lift the hands back up overhead, lift the chin open wide, and exhale, roll the wrists down to your sides. As we begin to awaken and move into our flow, we're going to roll up over the knees, taking the hands beneath the shoulders and the knees beneath the hips, and begin to explore movement. What needs your attention? How can you celebrate the body in this little moment of self-expression. No judgment. No one's watching you. This is just between you and you. Honor the body. When you're ready, go ahead and find stillness, spreading the fingertips wide into the mat, pulling the belly button into the chest. We're going to go ahead and take our right foot back to the back of the room, flexing the foot and rotating the pinky toe down into the earth. Deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale, tap. And inhale, lift. We're going to move through this tapping sequence just a couple of times, warming up through the back of the leg, through the glute, and really trying to focus on form so the hips stay squared down to the earth. You might need to make little adjustments. The pinky toe stays squared down. On this last one, go ahead and lift and hold, and then bend the knee. Once again, adjusting that hip down into the earth and taking that foot to face the sky. We're going to inhale, come down, and exhale, press up like you're trying to kick the ceiling. Find that strength in the glutes. As you square your hips to the mat, you make these micro adjustments. You allow the glutes to power the movement. Not your hamstrings. Moving through a couple more times. The last one here. Hold, square the hips, extend the leg, and then pull it in, take a rock back, heels to glutes, press your fingertips forward. One breath, and then roll all the way back up to all fours. We repeat on the other side, belly button into spine, nice and firm, and then we take that left foot back, squaring the hip, flexing the foot, making sure the pinky toe is squared down into the mat. Begin your tap. We tap the toe and we lift, the whole while keeping the belly button pulled into the spine. This relationship between stretch and strength. There are areas of the body that we cannot stretch enough if they're compensating for weaknesses. The glutes and the core being two of the main culprits here. And so we strengthen in order to find our stretch. Hold here at the top on this next one. Bend at the knee. Make sure that that hip is rotated down into the earth. We inhale to come down and exhale as we lift. Trying to lift with the glute, the foot towards the sky. You might find that one side is easier than the other. That is normal. Take note. Learn from your body. In every movement, pull your belly button into your spine. Keep that core nice and strong to protect your low back. This is your last one. We lift, we lengthen the leg, we set it down, and we rock the heels and the glutes together, reaching the fingertips forward. Deep inhale into the nose, and exhale, walk the hands over to the right, taking the left hand on top of the right, that nice big stretch through the side body. Inhale, untangle the hands, walk back to center, and exhale over to the other side. Right hand over the left. Take a couple of big, deep breaths. Inhale, walk to center. And then roll one vertebrae at a time back into an all fours position. We're going to move into puppy pose. So keeping the glutes aligned over the knees, we're going to slowly walk the fingertips forward, releasing the chest towards the mat. Big stretch, lengthening through the upper body. Breathe. And then slowly begin to shift your weight forward, keeping your forearms grounded into the earth. Release the glutes. You should feel this stretch not in your low back, but in the space right above it. Lift to the crown of the head, press your palms down. A very regal pose. Relax the glutes. And then slowly release the chest, taking the hands beneath the shoulders. Press up. And we're going to flip the toes into the earth and lift into our first downward facing dog. Little bend in the knees, begin to pedal out the feet. Strengthen the shoulders, fingertips should be splayed wide. A little suction between the center of your palm and the mat. And then find stillness. Wiggle your butt up towards the sky, and then as you exhale, release the heels towards the earth. Let them fall with gravity. Heart pressing towards the upper thighs. Strength and intention in this downward facing dog. Inhale, we come forward into a plank, releasing the shins and the tops of the feet, making sure that the pelvis is tilted down. We're going to move through 4 tricep push-ups, keeping the sides of the body connected into the arms. Deep inhale in, gaze forward in front of your fingertips. Exhale down. And inhale to press through the back of the arm. 3 more times to the beat of your own breath. Your gaze remains forward. Neutral neck. This is the last one. Flip the toes and the tailbone up. Find downward facing dog. Adjust as you need to. We're going to take a deep bend in the knees, crouching down towards the earth, and then either step or hop to the front of your mat, feet together. Uttanasana, forward fold. Relaxed head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale halfway, the fingertips reach up, the shins, heart out in front of you, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up, elbows squeezed in here, and light and energy shooting through each fingertip, and then exhale, sink down into chair. Squeeze the legs, lift the toes, weight in the heels. Lift your chest. Inhale, rise to mountain, squeeze through the back of the arms, and then lift up overhead, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, come all the way down, plant the hands, step back to plank. Release the tops of the shins. 4 tricep push-ups, take your gaze forward, deep breath in. Exhale, hover, inhale to press. 3 more times to the beat of your own breath. Elbows connect in with the sides of the body. All the squeeze coming from the back of the arm. This is the last one. Take the toes into the earth. Find downward facing dog. Adjust as you need to. Deep bend in the knees. And then step forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep up, lead with the chest. Squeeze the biceps into the ears and sink back to your pose. Lift the toes, lift the torso, tuck the tailbone, sink a little deeper. Inhale, rise, squeeze through the back of the arms into mountain. And then lift up overhead and exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, come all the way down, plant the hands, step back to plank. Release the shins. 4 tricep push-ups. This is your last set. Deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze the elbows to the sides. And press. Two more. Last one. Flip the toes and the tailbone up. Adjust your downward facing dog. Remember, we creep the tailbone towards the sky. We release the heels with gravity. Breathe into the body. Crouch deeply with the knees, and then hop or step forward. Feet together, Uttanasana. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up. Squeeze the biceps in, sink back. Lift the chest, tuck your tailbone. Come a little deeper. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes. Little adjustments. Inhale to rise. And then lift up overhead. And exhale the hands to the heart, sinking back in chair once more. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the tailbone, lift the toes, sink your weight back. Little adjustments. Squeeze a little tighter. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up. This is your last round in chair. Exhale into your chair. And we're going to add a hook. So find your stability, find your squeeze, lift your chest. We're going to take the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. From here, if you'd like to open your arms, you can, or you can stay where you're at. We're finding that deep squeeze in the legs with a twist. Close the arms, lift back to center, and we're going to move to the other side. Open the arms if you're adding the twist, using that leverage to stack the shoulders, squeeze the legs, and then taking the hands back together, lift back to center, lift all the way up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, and then move into your downward facing dog. Inhale, the left toe reaches up towards the sky, single leg dog. And exhale, pull that knee through between the hands and release the top of the right leg. Pigeon pose. We roll that hip square into the mat, staying lifted for a little bit, trying to find that form where we get that deep stretch on the outside of the hip flexor. And if and when you feel ready, keeping the core engaged, you can begin to release the forearms down. Slowly we take the hands beneath the shoulders, pressing up. Flip that right toe into the earth and send it back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right toe lifts up towards the sky, single leg dog, and exhale, find pigeon on the other side. Top of that foot in the back collapses entirely. If you need to modify with a block here, it's okay to keep one just right underneath that back glute. But we make sure that the hips are squared into the mat. We're strong through the core. Finding whatever adjustment we need to get that stretch located right on the outside of the right hip flexor. If and when you're ready, you can collapse the forearms down. And keeping a strong core, submit in your pigeon. Deliberately, we take the hands beneath the shoulders and lift the torso once more, nice and strong. Take that left toe, place it into the earth. Pedal out your feet in downward facing dog. Find stillness. Slowly, we're going to walk the hands back towards the toes at the back of the mat. And heel toe the feet out, keeping the toes facing out here and the heels slightly facing in, about a 45-degree angle. Inhale, begin to lift all the way up towards the sky, taking the hands together. And exhale, we're going to sink all the way down, taking the elbows to the inside of the thighs in Malasana pose, garland pose, otherwise known as a yogi squat. Only go as far as you can and feel comfortable. Squeeze your glutes in this pose. Open the inner thighs. Torso lifting. One more deep cycle of breath. And then slowly, you take the hands down, lift the glutes, heel toe the feet in together, and release forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, circle sweep all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, taking the knees down, and we're gonna pivot, grabbing our strap and coming all the way onto our backs. Unwind your strap. If you're at home, feel free to use a towel, a resistance band, whatever you have on hand. We're going to go ahead and take that right knee in towards the chest, taking the strap to the base of the arch of the foot. Flex your foot towards the sky, winding the strap a couple times around your hands to get some leverage. Always keep a soft bend in the knee. This is not about locking that leg out straight. This is about keeping a soft knee and using very gentle cradling movements to pull that knee a little bit closer in towards the chest. We're not forcing it. We're not bouncing it. It's a very gentle movement. Use your breath to relax the back of that leg and allow for a little bit more space. Full, deep cycles of breath. Exploring sensation in the body. Slowly we begin to bend at that knee, release the strap. Maybe you take that leg flat, roll the ankle a couple of different times, and then drag that foot in to meet the left. We're going to switch sides. Strap lacing on the inner arch of the foot, a little bend in the knee, up towards the sky. A few deep, intentional breaths. Breathe deeply down into your belly, friends. Let it inflate like a balloon, and as you release that balloon, make some space through the back of that leg. Like the breath is untangling some sort of tissue, the gunk and muck that's keeping you from more flexibility. The breath detox the body. Relax it. Send your intention to the tension. Slowly bend at that knee. Release your strap to your side. Take that left leg long again. Just let it lazily kind of move back and forth, pivoting on the heel. And then release the right foot alongside it. Take one hand to your heart and one to your low belly. Feel your body with your hands. Feel your heart beat. Feel your breath move. What do you feel? Today's class combined stretch and strength, building stability in the body, groundedness, and also yielding to softness, using these things, the yin and yang, to find balance. They co-create one another. Celebrate what you saw today in yourself. Explore the link between this concept and your intention. Open the mind as you breathe. Not forcing any thought, but allowing thought to come to you. Watching it surf across your mind's eye as you spend these final moments of class in meditation. I'm going to come around the room and spray some essential oils to deepen your sensory experience. One last deep inhale in through your nose. And send it all the way down into your low belly. An extra sip of air. Hold. And release. As you begin to awaken your body, celebrate what you've learned today with a smile and a stretch. A little wiggle in the toes, big stretch in either direction. There's no right way to come back into the room. But when you're ready, you can go ahead and gently roll to one side, using that top hand to press up into a seated position. Thank you for joining me for class today. As always, it's my honor to serve as your instructor. Just as a quick class announcement, I will be out on vacation for the next 2 weeks. And so we will have a mixture of instructor-led classes for you with some subs from my lovely group and also some videos. So I will send an email overviewing what that looks like, but you've made it this far into your practice. Please don't let my absence be the thing that gets in the way of that habit building, because I've seen it happen many times. People stop going because I'm out for 1 week and they never come back. So keep giving this gift to yourself even if it's not perfect, and I will be back on the mat after my vacation.